Failure is not an option.
Alright, let's go. I gotta do this before I have to go to work. Yes, we get to see Red Hood. As usual, I didn't realize it also changed the name of the event. Footsteps. And then this is Walk Run. Anyway, let's go to the records. Oh shit. Where wait, I should curse. Where do I start? Why didn't they didn't set it up like they usually set up, where it's like they have part 1 and then you click the thing and you go to the part 2 story.
Okay, let me make sure I'm getting all this.
Okay, I think that's right. Let's go to MDB. Let's see how that ends. Or starts. I can't see how it ends unless I go all the way to the end. Yep, okay, that's about right. Alright, so we're on Tell Me Your Wish. Let's begin.
Okay, let me make sure I'm getting all this. It's been over 30 years since humanity moved into the Ark. Inside there, they prepared for a counterattack. But the first surface reclamation war ended in complete disaster.
About right.
After that, they went back to the drawing board and began the second surface reclamation war. Unfortunately, it's been 2 years since then, and we're getting our butts handed to us. Did I get everything?
That's right.
What are you doing up here?
I must meet with another squad at the designated rendezvous point. I've been trying to make contact with them, but it has proven difficult because of the alpha particles.
What the heck are alpha particles?
I guess it's true, it'd be a new thing that popped up. And holy crap, Red Hood's actually supposed to be really tall. How come she's you look shorter than Rapi?
They are molecules which can disrupt Rapture communication systems. They've been scattered all over the surface.
Oh, that's what they actually are? Huh.
I thought you said they disrupt Rapture's communication systems. Why aren't yours working?
The alpha particles also seem to adversely affect the Ark's communication systems. Raptures have also gone on to build their own communication network, which is unaffected by alpha particles.
Bummer.
Who are you?
Me? I'm Red Hood.
I know your name. You told me. Please state your squad affiliation and your reason for being here.
You say got a squad?
Do I really need to get into all of this? Fine, I'll tell you, but keep your hat on. I'm from the Goddess Squad.
Who's that? Oh, we know she should know.
So you are Red Hood, a member of the Goddess Squad, and when you came to, 30 years had passed. Is that correct?
That's right, but you're not shocked?
I feel like she should at least know about them a little bit from the elders telling her about the Goddess Squad at least, right?
Could this be a mind switch?
Huh?
Never mind. Let's proceed to the rendezvous point. The communication equipment there should still be operational, so we will be able to contact the Ark. Once we get there, I can inform them about you.
I've got a name, you know.
I'll inform them about Miss Red Hood.
Come on, no need to be so formal. Drop the miss.
Fine. Red Hood.
Much better. Nice to meet you, Rapi.
Rapi helps remove the rust which has gathered on Red Hood's weapon. She also gathers additional ammunition and supplies.
How's the condition of your weapon? And the bullets?
All good.
All right then. Let's move.
Hold on. We need to bury them.
Excuse me?
All these Nikkes fought hard and gave their lives to the cause. We should bury them.
Why?
What do you mean? It's common decency to give someone a proper burial after they've passed.
It's not an efficient use of time. We need to keep moving.
Then you go first. I'll join you after I've buried them.
I'll help.
You're not just helping. We're doing this together.
Rapi and Red Hood dig graves and bury the scattered bodies of the mass-produced Nikkes. After some hesitation, Red Hood sticks the guns upright so they can act as impromptu gravestones.
You all made the ultimate sacrifice. Now, rest in peace.
The dead can't hear you.
How do you know? Have you died before?
I have. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I guess I have too. Why the heck am I talking to the dead then? When they can't hear me?
I cannot answer that for you.
I'm not so sure myself. I just want to. Alright, let's go.
Oh wait.
You said you were a mass-produced Nikke, right?
That's right.
I've never heard of that model before. Then again, 30 years have passed. Is it a new model?
Correct.
Do you like old music?
I don't understand the question.
Like old country and stuff like that?
I don't listen to music.
Oh, really? This is perfect then. I'll lend you my cassette player. Once you have a listen, you won't be able to get it out of your head.
I thought it died.
At least, that's what I would say if it wasn't busted.
I was gonna say.
Do you know how to fix this by any chance?
I can repair most simple machines.
Then fix this up for me, would you?
Can you imagine if she said, I can fix most simple machines, and you're a simple machine?
Why?
Because I need it, that's why.
I see no reason to fix a cassette player right now. The surface is dangerous. We should not waste our time on frivolous tasks.
Frivolous? Ouch! That stings. Music can help you get through all sorts of rough patches in life, don't you know?
Music can make you happy.
No, I do
And
not.
keep you going.
Jeez. I didn't realize I joined up with such a snooty individual. All right, Miss High and Mighty. What are your amazing hobbies that have got you dismissing music in its entirety?
Nothing.
I don't have hobbies.
Yep.
You've got to be joking.
I do not make jokes.
Then what do you like?
I do not have any personal preferences.
Okay, now you're pulling my leg.
I told you. I do not jest.
I feel like this conversation is going in circles.
Rapi feels a sense of deja vu. The countless questions directed her way, to which she has given the same answers time and time again. This line of conversation has become a mainstay in her life.
Any places you want to see or things you want to do?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
No.
How come?
All hopes and dreams do is make you feel empty inside. I've seen countless people die without having achieved anything. Not a single one of them managed to achieve their dreams. So, I have no aspirations. No dreams. Because I know exactly how everything ends.
You buried in the ground.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Then I will grant you one wish. Tell me what you want to do.
Rapi is taken back. This is a new twist in the formula, one different from countless repetitions, and she has experienced before.
What?
I'll grant you one wish.
Why?
Red Hood grins. Rapi finds it to be somewhat off-putting. Although Red Hood's expression remains effusive, sweat trickles down her face, and her body begins to tremble, ever so slightly.
Because I don't think I have that much time left.
Corruption.
Corruption. Uh-oh.
Wait! I know my eyes are red, but my mind is fine. Put that gun away!
The rules dictate we must eliminate any Nikke who has been corrupted.
I'm telling you, it's not corruption, it's something else. Maybe half corruption? I don't know.
There's no such thing.
Well, it's the early form of it, so...
Okay, fine. That was a lie. But I'm not lying to you when I say that I'm fine.
Those suffering from corruption often repeat the same phrases. Answer my question.
I can reference this to real life. You're suffering corruption.
What is your favorite genre of music?
Country music.
What do you enjoy most of all?
Country music.
What is something you would like to do?
Country music.
That's it. You have to be disposed of.
No, you're just asking crappy questions.
Rapi lowers her gun.
This is the first case I've seen like this.
It's been like this for a while.
Do you know why?
No clue. Maybe I have a high tolerance.
Were you corrupted the entire time you were asleep those 30 years?
I think so. I thought I was cured, but guess not.
You said you didn't have much time left. What do you mean?
I meant exactly what it sounds like. I can feel it. This is the end of the line. I'm sure of it.
How much time do you have left?
Not sure. A week, at most, if I were to guess.
You seem awfully calm about it, all things considered.
I've accepted it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any regrets, but I've done everything I possibly could. So, with the little time I have left, I'd like to grant you one wish.
I don't wish for anything. Besides, you don't have to go out of your way to help me.
I don't need a grand reason. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to. And if you don't have a wish, then we can come up with one for you. How does that sound?
But why?
Rapi is once again hit with a sense of deja vu. There have been many times when she received a helping hand. The reason were multitudinous. Interest, pity, boredom, or someone's desire to feel superior. Whatever the motivation has been, however many people have extended helping hand to her, Rapi did not have disdain for those who wished to help her, but she also harbored no expectations. Interest waned, pity didn't last. People got busy, fell on hard times, or died. For reasons just as multitudinous. Everyone withdrew their offer to help her. So she learned to never expect anything. This time is no different. It is obvious that death will come. And so, as always, Rapi allows things to unfold.
Fine. Do as you want.
Good. Then what should we try first? I doubt you're gonna come up with the lofty aspiration right away, so why don't we start with where you'd like to go? Is there any famous spots that you've always wanted to visit?
Deja vu once again washes over Rapi. She parses through the memory and issues a response which will allow her to sidestep this venture completely.
The lift.
Huh? Come again?
Yeah. The lift.
Oh, are they going to discover that's all damaged?
Isn't that like the main rapture nest? Or have things changed?
No place has a higher density of raptures.
You call that a famous place? More like infamous. Going there is a one-way ticket to the afterlife. Fine. Let's go.
What?
We won't be able to get too close, but we'll be able to see it from afar. If we get a chance, we can try to get closer. Do you know the way? Let's go!
Okay.
Are there even going to be raptures there anymore?
So,
Well,
what do
judging
you think?
from what Rapi's saying, the raptors are still using it as a base. Even though the top of it is gone. Rapi takes off the earbuds, and thoughts begin to swirl around her brain.
Do you like it?
It's working properly. The repairs were effective.
Not that, I'm talking about the music. Do you like it?
It's good.
You can be honest.
I don't like it very much.
Then let's listen to something else.
No thanks.
Here, try this one. You've got to listen to as many different genres as possible to develop a taste for something.
But all you have is country music.
I have a taste for soundtrack music. That's my taste.
Are you done with that?
I have consumed the minimum amount of calories required, so I am finished.
No way! You left the most delicious part.
I do not care about taste.
Open your mouth.
Shit.
Have a taste of that. Delicious, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Close your eyes and savor it. Just like with the music, you've got to try different kinds of food to develop an appreciation. The same goes for weapons. You're good at shooting, so why don't we try and introduce some style into the way we shoot? The more outfits you try on, the better. Oh, that hat looks good on you. You've got to log in plenty of hours of sleep to get the hang of it. The way you sleep is so rigid. You look like a corpse. If you want to grow to enjoy conversation, you need to talk more often. Make a joke, and I'll let you know if it's funny. Fighting is something you'll come to appreciate the more you do it. You're even better at hand-to-hand combat than you are at shooting.
Red Hood,
Yeah?
I would appreciate it if you didn't force your personal preferences upon me.
What? I'm not forcing anything on you. I'm merely offering suggestions.
The moment I don't enjoy something, you push and never stop.
Alright. So, maybe I'm a bit assertive with my suggestions.
It's fine. I don't need any of this.
You really don't have any interests? Nothing in the whole wide world intrigues you?
No.
Yeah. No.
You sure you don't have some kind of mental problem?
Perhaps I do. But I do not feel any discomfort.
It's not a matter of comfort. If you don't have any thoughts on anything, no likes or dislikes, what's the point of living?
You're just an empty thing. How can you consider yourself human?
I can live without it.
How can you call that living, though?
When you look at me, am I dead?
No.
Then that means I can live without any of this.
Yeesh! You're really good at getting under people's skin. Have you ever considered becoming a commentator? You've certainly got the acid tongue for it.
I'll think about it.
Lies.
Lies.
Let's continue.
Lies.
Rapi, do you really want to see the lift?
Of course. I told you. I don't know how to lie.
Here we are.
There it is in the background.
It's been ages since I last saw this thing in person. But I can't say that I missed it. You want to try getting a little closer?
If we do that, we'll die.
Yeah, you're probably right. Holy moly! Are those all raptures? Wild! I wonder what they're hiding over there that warrants such heavy guard. Did you know? I almost went into space on that thing.
No, I didn't know that.
You're a real bore sometimes, Rapi. So, how does it feel to have your wish granted? Do you feel like anything within you has changed?
No.
Feeling emotional? Moved to tears?
Oh, she said, move to tears. I don't know why it made me think of frickin' Carl. Are you gonna cry a little? You're feeling emotional. Move to tears. That
No.
kind of stuff.
Overwhelmed with so much joy that you're gonna bust out laughing?
No.
Feel like you can die without any regrets now?
I've always felt that way.
Alright then. What should we try next?
Next?
Your wish was granted, so now you've got to make another one. I'm no genie, but I'm sure I've got enough time to grant you up to 3 wishes. Come on, what's the next wish? You made up wanting to see this place, didn't you?
You knew?
For someone who says they can't lie, you're awfully good at it. Anyone could see you were just throwing something out there so that I'd get off your case. But you didn't count on me being so almighty, so righteous, so magnificent, and making that outlandish dream come true.
I'm amazing. Righteous, so magnificent.
So, hurry up and tell me your next wish.
Oh.
Incoming fire.
Even they're mad at how long you're taking to respond.
Do you think so?
How would I know? Duck!
Many of them will be gathering here soon. I believe retreating is the best option.
I don't know. I think we can take them.
Really?
Of course not. That was a joke. Lead the way.
We shouldn't go back the way we came. There's too little cover. Let's go another route.
Fine by me.
Rapi and Red Hood begin to run.
Giddy up, partner.
Incoming.
Oh, crap.
Damn. The ground shakes, causing the two to stagger. The ground underneath them splits with a resounding crack. Rapi loses her balance, falls into the crevice, and is instantly swallowed by the darkness.
Rappi!
Rapi attempts to lift herself up, but is unable. It is pitch black all around her.
My legs.
My legs! My legs! My legs! She lifts her head and looks up. All light can be seen through the crack. Explosions ring out constantly.
Rappi, are you okay? Answer me!
Rapi is about to shout back in response, but stops short. Red Hood makes her feel uncomfortable. The way she heedlessly insists on becoming closer friends. Her unsolicited kindness. There had been many like her, but they had all died or been corrupted. They had given Rapi hope for the future, and then abandoned her. Red Hood would be no different from the rest.
Get lost, all of you. I'm busy. Hey, are you alive down there?
Red.
Rapi once again stops herself from responding. Red Hood was corrupted. She didn't have a week left. She would die. Corruption was incurable. Not really. Rapi would probably end up having to pull the trigger herself. She didn't want to do that. Enveloped in darkness, she curls up in the fetal position, hoping that Red Hood would give up and run away. But the explosion and tremors don't stop. Rapi covers her ears and closes her eyes. But the flash of light seeped through her closed eyelids, and the sudden explosion pierced through her covered ears. She's forced to open her eyes and remove her hands and look up. Red Hood continues to fight. She has not left her and keeps checking down into the crevice, hurling an endless string of profanities while also calling for Rapi.
Run away. Leave me behind. Don't give me hope.
At some point, the explosions stop. Rapi remains motionless. The worst-case scenario flashes through her mind. She resigns herself to what has happened and curls up once again.
Red Hood.
The sound of a small stone falling to the ground. Rapi opens her eyes wide. Rapi lifts her head and looks up. There, standing in light, streaming through the crack, is Red Hood. She beat them all.
Phew. Are you alive? Hey, it's impolite not to answer when someone's talking to you.
Red Hood.
Yep, that's me. So you're alive. Great.
Red Hood is no different from all the others. But for some reason, Rapi begins to think that she might not die or be consumed by corruption after all.
I have a wish.
Huh? Talk about strange timing.
I want to be like you.
Oh.
Tell me, what do I have to do to become like you?
Well, have some feeling in your life. I'm really feeling it. Flash. A series of lights suddenly illuminate the dark space.
What the? This must be some kind of underground facility.
Apparently.
Where does it connect to?
There's no way to know.
Alright. Stay here for a moment. I'll go check it out.
Where are you going?
Don't worry, I'm a jack of all trades. The only thing I can't really do is repairs.
Then you're not a jack of all trades.
Why do you always have a way of finding the pettiest quibbles? Anyway, this almost certainly isn't a rapture facility. I'll go see if I can find someone to fix you.
The reports say that there aren't any humans left on the surface. There's no way you'll find someone who can help.
So do you want to sit around here and do
Great.
nothing instead? Even if there aren't any people, I might find some supplies. I'll be back. So be patient and wait here. Unless you want me to carry you.
I'll wait.
Good. Good. Even though it's unlikely, if anything happens while I'm gone, just... call out for me. And I'll come running.
Okay.
Just make sure the cat doesn't get your tongue like it did a few moments ago, alright?
Okay.
Alright, I'll be back.
Red Hood walks off resolutely. Meanwhile, Rapi watches her from behind, somewhat dazed.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
Red Hood continues to walk down the ominous corridor.
Ugh,
Fucking
I
struggling.
hate these kinds of places. They give me the creeps. Some music would work wonders for this joint. Huh. It's a door.
A door! A massive iron door blocks Red Hood's path.
Jeez, what's up with this thing? It's gotta be at least 10 meters tall. Wonder if I could break through it. Guess there's only one way to find out.
Oh, really? Red Hood aims her rifle at the towering door. Just as she's about to pull the trigger, steam bellows from all sides of the door as it slowly opens.
Should I consider that a welcome?
Red Hood heads through the doorway. Inside is both dark and warm. Ew. Ew. That's what she said.
What a weird place. Hello? Is anybody here?
Yes. Be quiet, will you? I hate noise.
Oh, so this... That's who he was talking about. Her. Deep. I would say there's something deep about her.
Gah! You scared me.
Is she gonna pop up later?
Is that Red Hood?
Do you know me?
Of course I do.
Who are you?
I am... No. We are Deep.
Okay, that's interesting. So Deep is combined with other people.
How to refer to us? I suppose it would be apt to consider us guardians of the Ark.
Guardians of the Ark?
Correct. I'm afraid I can't tell you much more than that.
Well, I will say... I mean, when you combine multiple people, then I'm sure the press will be that large.
It's classified.
Classified my
Let me
ass.
guess. Central government?
No. I would appreciate it if you thought of us as something more sophisticated.
Okay, I will.
Much appreciated.
So, do you run this place?
You could say that, yes.
What is this place?
It is the basement of the lift. This is where the power source of the lift is located.
Huh. Ooh.
No way.
Would you like to see? It's right here.
Wait, why is this one again? Basement of the lift. Why is it showing this image again? This. You see, look how I have it titled, Under the Ark. And this is when Red Hood is talking about what she sees under the Ark. Why is it that again? What does it mean? Is it ran by the same power?
Wait a minute. Is that a rapture core?
Correct. It is called the Ultra-Massive Core.
Not the most creative name out there.
I don't like it either.
So, if this thing broke, would the lift be kaput?
Correct. It would no longer be operational.
But that doesn't matter because there's nothing up there anymore.
This thing is what the raptures use to come down to our world, isn't it?
You are well informed.
Okay, that
Then isn't breaking this thing the answer to all our problems?
that was mean. You're really smart. It's like
If you are referring to the raptures, you are correct.
So let's start busting this thing up.
No, we cannot. The ultra-massive core is part of a pair.
ooh.
If one breaks, the other will break as well. Right now, they are maintaining a stable resonance with one another from a distance.
Why does that matter? Who cares if they both break?
The other core is inside the Ark. It is being used as the Ark's power source.
So you're saying...
But how do they keep the core running?
If you destroy this core, the Ark's core will be destroyed as well.
This seems kind of silly.
All those people will be trapped underground. All of their infrastructure will cease to function in an instant. They will be doomed to die. Humanity will be wiped out.
I'm not entirely sure I follow.
In the near future, this area will be further fortified. It will not be possible for anyone to trespass upon this place, by accident or otherwise, as you have. If you wish to exterminate the raptures, the Ark must be sacrificed.
Sacrifice the Ark?
Destroying this core will eradicate the raptures, yes.
Yeah, the thing is, from what we know, it doesn't matter. the raptors aren't even using the lift anymore because there should be nothing up there because Cinderella and the Queen had a fight up there and they totally blew it up, and also the Queen lasered part of the elevator, so it's all fucked up. So, I mean, also I just realized that she has fucking glasses. I hate glasses.
But humanity will also perish.
She's probably related to fucking Ethel. Ugh.
Ironically, the key to victory may well lie in finding a way to abandon the Ark. Although, I am not sure if that will be possible.
We can win if we destroy the Ark. How do you know who I am?
It would be rather strange for me not to be familiar with the Goddess Squad.
Oh,
I thought you had been disposed of due to corruption, but it appears I was mistaken. You do still seem to be affected by corruption, however.
you're good. Are you a doctor?
More or less.
A doctor of evil.
But it is rather peculiar. Decades have passed, and yet you are still alive. How is that possible?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just built differently.
Oh. Oh. I'm just built different. Is that a meme?
Huh. Are you attempting to heal your comrade who fell through the fissure?
That's right. You were watching everything?
I was watching your battle.
This is an important place. I see everything. Since it is you, I'll let you live. Were you anyone else, you would already be dead.
Sounds like you have experience with this sort of thing.
That I do. At least a few dozen times.
I wonder if one of the other Grimm's models ran into her.
Let's go. I can fix a broken leg rather easily.
Alright. Thanks.
Red Hood stares as the ultramassive core behind her for a brief moment before walking away. Red Hood and Deep look at Rapi, who is asleep.
Hey, Rapi. I brought someone to fix...
Quiet. Nothing good will come out of her seeing me.
Then what about me?
You do not have long left to live, so it doesn't matter.
You
Damn.
certainly don't sugarcoat anything.
Let me check on your friend's condition.
Deep squats down and examines Rapi, placing her hands on Rapi's head and chest.
Huh. This is a mass-produced model. My goodness, there's really nothing inside her. Frankly, I'm stunned at how little there is.
Are you talking about her chest? I mean, sure, she's flat, but I don't think it's that bad.
She's not that flat. I've seen her. Well, I mean, compared to both of them, I mean, Deep.
Quiet.
Deep goes silent, seemingly deep in thought.
What are you doing?
I haven't worked on either mass-produced models or Grimm models before. This could be a good opportunity.
You aren't going to fix her?
With the twin cores, the only outcome is mutually assured destruction. We have to leave the possibility of coexistence open.
What are you talking about?
Sleep for a while.
A golden light bursts from Deep's hand. Red Hood loses consciousness and collapses to the ground. She's the one that shoved them together?
Perhaps I should take a look at the corruption's progression. I might be able to help.
Deep places her hand on Red Hood's head.
No, not possible. It's too far along. However, the nymph is continuing to fight, despite the corruption. Eventually, they will both destroy one another. Having said that, she possesses a most incredible will. It's hard to believe. It's a miracle that she's endured as long as she has. It is a pity we did not meet sooner.
Are you awake?
What the... When did I fall asleep?
I just woke up too.
What? Right. Your leg.
What are you so frantic for? Didn't you fix it for me?
Huh?
Red Hood stares at Rapi's leg. It's fully intact, with no trace of damage.
Huh? When did that happen?
How would I know? I was unconscious.
My head feels kind of funny. I get it. I must have instinctively mastered the art of repairing. I told you I was a jack of all trades.
Right. I think so too.
She made her forget everything? Oh my god.
Too slow.
If I speed up, my shooting will become too unstable.
Then keep practicing until your shooting is stable.
It feels inefficient to shoot while moving.
Then don't do it. You said you wanted to be like me, didn't you?
Yes.
I was more than happy to pass down my secret techniques. But alas, I have been cursed with an unwilling student. It appears my legacy dies here.
Fine. I'll try.
Good student. Go on.
They're gonna give her a head pat.
We don't have time.
12 hours earlier.
So, your wish is to become like me? I didn't mishear you, did I?
No.
You heard me correctly. Don't you think you're being a bit greedy? To become as versatile, strong, beautiful, and even-tempered as me is a big ask. It'll be quite the challenge.
I'm aware of that.
But you can't become me, Rapi. You'll always be you.
No, I'm nothing. So I can become you.
Yikes. All right. Then may I ask you why you want this?
I don't think you will die or lose your sanity. I know that you are in the late stages of corruption and don't have much time left. But I simply can't conjure up that image of you.
My heroics have got you mesmerized.
I don't think you're entirely wrong there.
Whoa. What's gotten into you? Do you want to become a hero?
When I was very young, and still human, I was bedridden. All I could do was watch TV. Watching Nikke's was the only thing that brought me joy. I thought they were amazing. Goddesses of victory, fighting for humanity. But the day I became a Nikke, I kept hearing all this information about how Nikkes weren't goddesses of victory. Before long, I experienced that truth firsthand. It wasn't just me. All the Nikkes I met were the same. Far from goddesses of victory, they were terribly human, pitiable, and weak creatures. But you are different. You are the goddess of victory that I envisioned when I was young. Unbreakable, beautiful, in defiance of death. You embody all of those things.
I don't think I'm as great as you think I am.
I think you are.
Fine.
Humble.
I'll help you. I will pass on everything I have to you. This will be the last thing I do before I leave this world. What a dramatic development.
Present.
This is hard.
It is. It's not something you can master in a day or two.
How did you practice?
I didn't practice. I was like this from the start.
That's not exactly helpful advice.
I told you. We're on different levels. Now, keep going. I've always enjoyed the saying that effort surpasses talent.
That's pretty true. Evening.
Red Hood,
Yeah?
why did you help me?
What? Where is this coming from?
You woke up after 30 years. You could have searched for your old squad mates. Or completed something you weren't able to finish before.
I considered that. But I parted ways with my squad mates pretty gracefully. So I feel my story
Well.
with them came to a satisfying conclusion.
As graceful as it could be.
Besides,
You made Snow White cry
they're all
again.
probably busy with other things right now.
Mm.
I'm not worried about them. I'm sure they're doing well on their own. Also, there's no guarantee I'd be able to find them anyway. So I decided to help the person who was right in front of me. Who acts like if she died tomorrow, she wouldn't feel any remorse.
I still feel that way.
Foolish student. Why do you choose to live life so half-heartedly? Go live your life. Living is a wonderful thing. If you keep living, you'll find something. I guarantee it. Not least of all because you'll be a bona fide graduate of the Red Hood Academy.
Tell me more about your squad mates.
Why? So you can go find them and ask them to be your squad mates? I knew it. I won't tell you. They're mine.
And possessive.
I can say this much, though. They were strong, in many ways. They're the type where it was impossible to imagine them bending or breaking, like you say about me.
Do you think I'll ever have my own squad mates like that?
You'll have to become unbendable first. Unbreakable.
Her squad mates, Neon and Anise. They're not that well. That's right. She works with Unwa, Vesti, and Emma first.
Birds of a feather flock together.
All right.
So keep at it. To be honest, The first order of business is working on that boring personality of yours.
I will try.
It still doesn't get any better.
It's a shame I never got to visit my hometown.
Where is your hometown?
I don't know. I have no idea where we are.
I can find out.
It's fine. I'm too scared to go. What if it's gone?
Even so, I think you should at least try to visit.
This... Well, as far as I uploaded, this is like where I am in the main story of uploads. Technically, I've gone further. I need to edit the Crystal region arc.
Nah, we don't have time for that.
What was your hometown like?
Just an ordinary village.
Country... Why'd you say country town?
Nothing special. Like any old village you find anywhere.
Why'd you just call it a village?
Although, that makes me miss it even more. Don't think too hard about it. We can't go anyway. Let's get some sleep.
Why
Why ain't you getting this? You run, make a sharp turn, and then... you aim and shoot!
This gun center of mass makes that kind of movement impossible.
The Red Hood style does not discriminate against any type of firearm. Foolish student.
You try it.
Give me that.
Frida takes Rapis' gun and sprints at full speed, makes a sharp turn and fires, all in one smooth motion. A tightly clustered grouping of bullet holes appears neatly in the center of the training target.
You see, it's because your movements are too predictable. Have you ever heard of the sentiment, think outside of the box and you'll get better results?
No, I haven't.
All right. Now that the master has given you a demonstration, all that's left is to practice.
Roger.
You need to be bolder. That means you can't simply follow the manual. You need to catch the enemy off guard.
Won't that make it hard for our allies to react?
In situations like that, you've got to have faith that your allies will come in clutch.
Mm-hmm. The more you spend time with your teammates, the more they'll recognize
That's
what you're
easier said than done.
and play around each other.
This applies to more than combat, by the way. The same can be said for nearly every aspect of life. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you need to trust your gut. Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I struck a Nikke who was speaking ill of me.
You?
And I don't exactly remember when, but I once gave a present to a squad mate.
You?
If that's all you're going to keep saying, then I won't continue.
Oh, sorry. So, how do you feel when you did that?
Free.
I felt proud.
No.
Ha! You see, how is it that you know all that but somehow ended up such a square? You need to try living like that all the time. If it's difficult, try to force yourself. It'll help a lot.
In what way?
I don't know. Try it. You'll find out.
Why did you become a Nikke?
Isn't there a song where it's hip to be a square? Is that Sesame Street? Isn't there also a saying, don't be a square? I feel like a square right now.
You go first.
In my life.
I didn't have a choice. I lost consciousness, and when I came to, I was already a Nikke.
Same as me.
That's surprising.
Really?
Ah! They totally skipped...
I was what you could call a hoodlum.
I thought to go a little bit more into her backstory.
My entire life revolved around avoiding work and hanging out with my friends, causing trouble. Then I got into an accident and ended up dead. When I woke up, I had been turned into a Nikke. Apparently, I had been a suitable candidate.
How do you feel about living as a Nikke?
I don't have a passionate sense of duty or anything. I simply thought that since this was how things had turned out, I might as well put my best foot forward. Turns out I was a good fit for it after all.
It just make you wonder how much the nymph actually controls them.
Plus, you couldn't have asked for better squad mates than the ones I got. So, having worked that hard, you know, this is the first time I've ever talked about any of this. Anyway, the thing I ended up thinking most often of all was, let's beat the Raptures.
The thing is, too, Red Hood could probably have a, basically like how Peter Quill was in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, why do you care so much about the world? Because I'm one of the idiots living in it.
My squad mates
Kinda
really
thing.
influenced me a lot.
Even if she was like a hoodlum, as she says, she's like, well, I might be a hoodlum asshole, but I still live on this planet. I still want it to continue living. Or for it to continue going on.
There's a saying that really summed up my life then. My existence was made complete by the existence of others.
It was also like EH, she wants the Outer Rim to be incorporated in the Ark and does, terrorist acts to do so. But when frickin' Su Yen caused the Raptors to attack the Ark, EH was like, holy shit, screw all this, like, wanting to be part of the Ark. We gotta, protect the Outer Rim from the fucking Raptors. The Raptors are more dangerous than, the central government. Even though, I'll be honest, I think the central government is goats with the Raptors. Anyway.
Your squad mates.
Try and be friends with them as much as you can. They'll prove invaluable. Mark my words. Besides, it gets awful lonely going solo. I'm hitting the sack. Sleep tight.
Red Hood,
What is it? I'm going to sleep.
if you're trying to sleep, wouldn't it be better to turn off the music?
What's the big deal? It's nice to listen to it as you doze off.
That's me.
I don't agree.
Don't worry. You'll like it eventually once you listen to it enough.
I don't put headphones on, though. I keep my
You've
phone
got
far away from me.
talent.
And I have the music, like, in the background, like, really quiet.
You're learning fast.
Could it be because I started without any preconceptions?
Maybe. Let's see. Next, you have to go back to the Ark. It's time for us to part ways, my friend.
What? But there's still time.
Come on. I'll see you off.
No, not yet.
Rapi, it's over now. You know that. Let's go.
Already? Rapi and Red Hood walk together. Neither of them says a word. Only the sound of music can be heard. Rapi desperately tries to think of a topic of discussion, but nothing comes to mind.
Rapi,
Rapi is startled by Red Hood's interjection.
what are you so startled for? You didn't do anything, did you?
No, it's nothing.
Rapi realizes that she is stuttering.
How long until we reach the Ark?
The Ark. How long?
Come on, get a hold of yourself.
Red Hood, let's go to your hometown. You said you wanted to visit it, didn't you?
Forget it. I told you. I don't even know where it is.
I'll find it. Tell me everything you can remember. We can find it.
It's okay.
It's gonna be a plot point. Suddenly an old memory of Rapis resurfaces. It's okay. A magical word that makes people reflect on what they've done.
Rapi?
What have I done? This time wasn't supposed to be for me. It was additional time that was miraculously given to you. All I did was think about myself.
Hey,
Pow. Red Hood gives Rapi a light slap on the back.
you've got it all wrong. Pull yourself together. This was all my own decision. Stop spiraling.
But you're...
I'm not unhappy. I've let it all go. I told you. It was fun when I thought about how I was training my own successor.
You know the thing is, and when she possesses Rappi and comes back, she's the same way. Even though Dorothy tries her best to convince her to stay, Red Hood's like, I died a long time ago. I should have been dead. And I still consider myself dead.
Now let's go! Foolish disciple.
Foolish disciple.
Come on! I said let's go!
Red Hood keeps walking, and Rappi follows. Neither of them says anything. Rappi stares at Red Hood's back. Red Hood doesn't seem to feel any hesitation, concern, or sadness. Rappi doesn't take her eyes off her for 1 second, trying to engrave the image of Red Hood in her memory. It'd be nice if they showed like an image of it, just like her staring for hours they walk.
Phew. I'm getting a little tired. Let's rest for a bit before continuing.
Sure.
Rappi has a gut feeling. This is really the end. Red Hood leans against the old building, showing clear signs of fatigue. Rappi doesn't know when it started, but Red Hood's eyes are stained red.
Dang. This is really tuckering me out. Must be getting old.
Do you want something to drink?
No, you go ahead. Rappi, go now. This is as far as I go.
I'm not leaving you.
Nikkes who are corrupted harm even their closest friends. You know that. It's embarrassing to admit.
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
You know you can't shoot me. You're planning to die with me? Is that it? I made myself very clear before. You have to go live. So go!
I will shoot. I'll live.
Alright. Do it then. Have you found something to aspire towards?
Yes.
Don't do anything you'll regret. I'm not really as great as you make me out to be.
Whether you are great or not doesn't matter. You're a good person. That's undeniable. So I want to be like you.
Thank you. But you know what? You're a good person too. I was pretty lucky to have met someone like you along the way.
Red Hood scrunches her fist and extends it out.
I've passed on everything I know to you. You'll have to take it from here.
I will.
Rappi gives Red Hood a fist bump.
It's a real bummer having to leave you behind like this, you know?
When is it gonna happen? Without a word, Rappi places her earbud in Red Hood's ears and presses play on the cassette player.
Good. This is really good. I'm going.
Yeah.
Red Hood's eyes close and never open again. Oh.
No.
For that entire week, Rappi exists as if in a dream. In that week, she experienced more than she had in her entire life prior. Rappi clutches onto Red Hood's lifeless body and cries. Screams. Cries more. After some time, Rappi ceases to move as well. Even after the seasons change, one after the other, Rappi doesn't move. Seasons come and go, and Rappi never moves an inch. Damn! Rappi opens her eyes. There is no one in her arms.
Red Hood?
Rappi looks around. There is nothing. Rappi quickly stands up. Breathing heavily, she frantically looks around the area.
Where? Could she really be alive?
Thump. They don't show how she's absorbed into her. I thought Deep was gonna do something. Rappi's son feels a sense of calm. She places her hand on her chest. Her mind feels at peace. Red Hood was dead. However, despite that, She feels as if she is still with her somehow.
I will become you.
Rapi begins to walk.
Let's go back to the Ark.
Ark Elysion headquarters. Two people walk speedily down a hallway.
What's her status?
Hey, it's that evil. I didn't play Guillotine Story. Isn't that the Nikke that's trying to kill a bunch of people?
Surprisingly normal.
How long has it been?
Over 4 years.
I can't believe it. Have you checked the combat data?
She was up on the surface for 4 years?
Yes, it seems there have been more than 300 battles over the past 4 years.
300? Not 30.
Yes, 300. And that's only the number of large-scale engagements she took place in. If we include all encounters with raptures, it's more than 3 times that.
This is unbelievable.
Trust me, I felt the same. But the data doesn't lie.
Let's hurry. Excuse me.
Over there.
Oh, we get to see her with her light things off.
RR15436. Is that correct? I'm Ingrid, the CEO of Elysian. Let me confirm again. RR15436 is your name, correct?
No. It's Rapi.
Yes. Make them call you by your real name.
Very well, Rapi. How are you feeling?
Fine. No issues.
All right. I'm going to ask you a few simple questions now. I only ask that you answer truthfully.
All right.
Did you participate in the Second Surface Reclamation War 6 years ago?
I do not know for how long, but yes, I did.
For 2 years, you took part in numerous operations, large and small, correct?
That's correct.
After that, we suddenly lost contact with you for 4 years. Where have you been during that time?
I was on the surface.
What were you doing on the surface for 4 whole years?
I was searching for a way back to the Ark.
Alone?
There were a few Nikkes who joined me along the way. They all died.
How did you get to the Ark?
I took the elevator.
Our data shows you engaged in over 300 battles during your time on the surface. Is that correct?
I don't remember the exact number, but battling with the Raptures was a constant feature of my time up there.
And you survived all of those fights?
Yes. I had to survive.
Welcome back, Rapi.
Thank you.
We plan on conducting a thorough examination. Is that all right?
No problem. Have you detected any issues?
There are no signs of corruption or mind switch symptoms. You're safe.
That's a relief. Would it be alright if I asked a question?
Please, anything.
What happened with the Second Surface Reclamation War?
It failed.
We failed.
Yep.
That would have happened about 4 years ago.
It must have been right after I went to the surface. Even back then, the situation was dire.
Yes, 2 months after you last went to the surface, the central government officially announced the failure of the Second Surface Reclamation War.
So, it only lasted for 2 years and 2 months. So, what do we do now?
We have decided to adopt the tactics proposed by New Hope. Our primary strategy will incorporate guerrilla warfare, carried out by elite commanders, and a small number of Nikkes under their individual command. There would be no more large-scale deployments to the surface.
Are we buying time? Or have we given up? So both.
Yes.
I have no further questions at this time. Please proceed with the examination.
A mass-produced Nikke who survived on her own for 4 entire years, wandering the surface freely without hiding. It's a story that almost defies belief. She has an unbelievable amount of combat experience. Perhaps this could...
Who's running up?
Ma'am! Ma'am!
Call me instructor. This must be rather important if it justifies barging in here without knocking.
You need to come see this. It's beyond my authority to decide what to do next.
The Ark Elysion's Nikke Research Lab. Rapi lies asleep on the bed, connected to various machines. Screens display Rapi's test results and fill the wall.
All right. What's going on?
Her body weight is more than twice the average. And most importantly, there are 2 cores.
What? Explain to me how something like that could happen.
I have no idea. This is the first time we've encountered a case like this. Although only 1 core is active, we have no idea how this is even possible. Also,
Is there something else?
within her nymph, the region dedicated to her sense of self is densely packed. We consulted the past records, and it was almost empty when she first became a Nikke.
Are you telling me she honed her own sense of identity over time?
It appears so.
What about the brain scan results?
Other than the abnormally extensive combat data, there were no other significant findings. We haven't been able to get access to certain parts of the brain, but considering it's only a week's worth of information, we doubt it's of any major significance.
All right. Reconstruct her body based on this self-identification data. I think it would be best to dispose of this current body with 2 cores.
Uh-oh. That's not gonna work.
Are you sure we shouldn't look into it further?
There are too many unknown factors here. It's best to only have 1 nymph.
I understand.
That's not gonna work.
How do you feel about your new upgrade?
I don't feel particularly special. It feels like this face and body have always been mine.
It's the ideal image of yourself, nestled within your subconscious. The fact it feels familiar to you is hardly surprising.
Is that so?
There is something I should tell you. Your body weighed over twice what it should, and contained 2 separate cores. That body was disposed of due to safety concerns. But even your current body, which was generated based on your own self-identity data,
Oh.
exhibited the same anomalies.
What did... I'm trying to remember. Didn't they say that, like, even when they tried to remove the core would always pop back up?
No matter how many times we tried, the results were the same. Something embedded within your own sense of self caused this. Do you have any idea what that might be?
No.
Very well. I understand. From now on, you will be affiliated with Elysion. Further research will be conducted to utilize the output of the cores in your body. Do you have any objections to this?
No.
The research will proceed concurrently with your practical operations. You will be assigned to a specific squad and participate in missions with them to gather data. Is there a particular squad you would like to join? If you have a preference, we will honor that request.
I want them to be strong.
Strong?
Yes. I want squad mates whom I won't have to worry about dying or falling apart.
Is there any particular reason why you care about this so much?
There is something that I wish to become. In order to achieve that, I require strong allies.
What is it that you want to become?
Red Hood.
Good. We have the perfect squad for you. It is Elysion's elite combat squad. I doubt you'll find anything lacking in them. Nor they with you.
I understand. Thank you.
God damn it, I gotta go to work. It's probably the... Yeah, I think it's the... it's the last one. But I gotta go. I got work in like 16 minutes. No, I didn't get to finish this. I'll finish it when I come back. Damn it. Sucks. There we go. I don't know why someone's picky. I really did have just one more to go through. I wonder if the last part of the story has got to be her hanging out with Absolute. Years later, Arc Elysion's Nikke Research Lab.
They've told me about your performance reports. Unhwa has been praising you, which she doesn't give easily.
It's because the three of them have done so well looking out for me.
Good. Let's keep it up.
It's interesting they allow 4 of them, especially since they're like, oh, 3 Nikkes per squad.
Absolute will soon become the most formidable squad there is.
Instructor,
What is it?
I would like to push the subcore to its limit today.
No, I'm against it. You nearly died after only 10 seconds of operation.
I know. But I can feel it. Something will change if I push it. I want to see whether I'm right.
Fine. But if I deem it to be too dangerous, I'll put a stop to it immediately.
I understand. Thank you.
The subcore is activating. It's causing the influence of the main core to recede.
Shut it down!
I can't. We don't have control.
What the?
The body is reconstructing. What's happening?
What?
Rapi's body is transforming. The main core has gone silent.
What on earth is happening?
Subcore has stabilized. Body reconstruction is complete. Huh?
Who is that?
She looks completely different.
She's completely red.
Check the database. Identify that Nikke.
Yes, ma'am.
What on earth is this?
It's Red Hood.
After searching through the old databases, we've identified the Nikke that Rapi transformed into as Red Hood of the Goddess Squad.
What? But how?
Dude, hold on, listen to this in Japanese, just hear him go, Nani?
I don't know. I have no
What?
idea what this means. She's currently asleep and shows no signs of awakening.
Rapi wanted to become Red Hood. Her ideal, the one she was suppressing, emerged when the subcore took control. Find a way to restore Rapi to her original state. Use whatever means necessary.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I'm sorry to have to do this, but after this is over, I will have to erase the memories of everyone involved, including you.
What?
It's too dangerous to have anyone else know this information.
I need to do Guillotine's affection story.
It could turn the Ark upside down.
Why would it do that?
We've discovered here that you can become whatever person you envision in your own mind.
Oh, she's thinking the wrong way. That's not... They have it all wrong.
By using the nymph to insert specific data about an individual into their subconscious and making their personality theirs. And then reconstructing the body.
Any person could be reproduced as a Nikke. Not just that, you could bring the dead back to life or create as many copies of the same individual as you wanted.
That's not... That theory's all
But
wrong.
surely someone must have thought of this before. Macilis, for instance?
They must have all failed. But Rapi here is the undeniable result that it's possible. Since we have the end result, we should be able to trace our way back through the process that led to it.
This bugs me because I know this is all wrong. I mean, we all know the reason why she's able to turn into Red Hood is because that core is Red Hood's, and they basically become one person.
This needs to be buried. It's too dangerous.
Understood. Once I'm finished here, you can proceed with my memory wipe.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Present Commander's room.
Everyone knows how the rest of the story goes. I was consumed by the thought of becoming Red Hood. I realized that I was only using those who considered me a friend, and so I left Absolute. I wandered aimlessly, and eventually ended up meeting Anise. Then I met the Commander, and then Neon, and that led me here.
Dang, you've really been through it. You're like a living witness of history.
Red Hood really left an oh. I almost read that as imbecile. Indelible. Not indelible impression on you, didn't she?
Yes. Were it not for Red Hood, I probably would have died without achieving much of anything. I wouldn't have met you either, Commander.
Yeah, but I have like zero luck of getting you in the freaking gotcha mode. Ugh. She really did embody what you considered perfection.
And I still feel that way about her. But now, rather than becoming Red Hood, I simply want to become like her. I think I can do it. No, I will do it.
How long did it take Rapi to finally become a human? 70 years?
She passed on her power, her sense of duty, to me. I have squad mates who I can never imagine dying or getting hurt. And a commander capable of guiding me. There's no reason for me to fail.
Oh, I nearly forgot.
Hmm?
I bring out the cassette player that was next to the bed.
Is that?
This is a gift I received from Red Hood. It's been a while, so why don't we listen to it?
Thank you.
Does that thing still work? It should. I've seen Master listen to it once in a while.
Alright, I'm pressing play. Country music flows from the speakers of the cassette player, and we all listen to the music in silence. Rapi closes her eyes, recalling the past which she misses so dearly. The music ends.
It still really isn't my style of music.
It's been a while since we've been back to the Ark. You're right. I hope nothing's happened.
Rapi? Nope, I was supposed to clear
Yes,
that.
Commander?
What are you thinking about? Yep. I saw clips of this. Dead. See, they make Red Hood look hella tall. Why? Why didn't they make her look tall when during the... Why did Una run so close to the ground? Oh. Look, there I am right there. It can't be over. There's
I was thinking about what I want to do in the future.
steps, walk, run, end. There we go. They're probably gonna have an end credits thing, knowing them. Well, there you go. I need to make it to this part in the story. I'm behind. I need to finish the crystal region. Look, I stopped. I stopped like halfway through this the story. How many chapters do I have left to catch up? Yeah, see, look how close I am. I just 1, 2, 3. I have 3 more to do. We just got Grave on our side, and now we're trying to. Basically, we're trying to save Cinderella. You see all the slippers. I ended up stopping. You see me cowering over here.
Let's go, Bolt.
Is this a new venue for the party?
Oh, I'm so... Well, I'm 10,000 off.
Let's go.
I
I'm going!
should be leveled up enough to continue going through the story. Again. I still can't believe how close I am. But yeah. When I actually catch up with the main story, I'll probably throw this event in once I do chapter 34. I'll throw it in at the end. Or maybe I'll just throw it in between chapter 32 and 33. The way I have it is basically like all events that are plot related that I do, I just throw them in with the main story where I discovered them, so it kind of stays consistent with the way I discover things. And basically like, what? As there are some stuff that's like, what? Wait, what? Because back in the day, I knew that Red Hood ran into Rapi like a long ass time ago, as you saw from the previous event. Because I threw it in there like, I don't like old Rapi's voice. That. Yeah. So yeah. I'll have to pick it up again. And I also need to cover... There are other stuff going on that I need to do. I need to do this. And then I also need to do Freema's favorite item stuff. And I need to do Exia's affection story and Guillotine's affection story. And I got a bunch of other stuff I need to do. You know how it is. Slow.